Why did the Philippine Senate rush to drive the final nail into the coffin of the impeachment trial against Vice President Sara Duterte and immediately bury it, even though there was a pending motion to reconsider this decision before the Supreme Court? Within just 6 hours on August 6, 2025, the issue echoed throughout the Senate plenary. A decision that will shape history, or perhaps mark yet another chapter of failure and accountability. With 19 votes in favor, 4 against, and 1 abstention, the Senate approved the motion of Sen. Rodante Marcolita to archive the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Duterte, a term softened, but in the eyes of many, no different from killing the impeachment. Marcolita's proposal was immediately supported by many of Duterte's allies, including Senators Alan Peter Cayetano, Bato de la Rosa, and IMI Marcolita. Cayetano advised to replace the word dismiss with archive, a semantic move to give a veneer of legality to the decision to ignore the public's call for justice. Senate Minority Leader Tito Sotto first tried to postpone the decision by moving to wait for the Supreme Court's resolution on the motion for reconsideration filed by the House on August 4th. This was supported by Senators Risa Hontiveros, Bam Aquino, Kiko Pangilinan, and Ping Lacson. But despite the reasonable appeal, the Senate rejected it with a vote of 5 in favor and 19 against, a clear indication that they chose to respect the Supreme Court's decision over the voice of the people. According to the Supreme Court ruling on July 25th, it declared the impeachment void and stated that it would be immediately enforced. But for some senators, immediately means not giving time for reconsideration, a step that could have opened up a new review of the case's legality. So instead of serving as an impeachment court today, the Senate acted as a legislative body that simply voted, archived, and decided. Here is the verdict. Votes in favor 19. Alan Peter Cayetano, Pia Cayetano, Bato de la Rosa, J. Villajacito, Francis Escudero, Jingy Estrada, Sherwin Gatchalian, Bangol, Tito Lapid, Loren Legarda, Rodante Marcolita, Imi Marcos, Robin Padilla, Owen Tulfo, Rafi Tulfo, Joel Villanueva, Camille Viller, Mark Viller, Mig Zabiri votes against 4. Risa Hontiveros, Kiko Pangilinan, Bam Aquino, Tito Sotto. Abstained 1, Ping Lacson. While the Senate was in session, outside the hall, members of Tindig Pilipinas and Akbayan held a silent but courageous protest. Their silent protest was immediately expelled from the plenary. In the eyes of the public, this was not just an expulsion, but a symbol of the suppression of the right to speak. Representative Joel Chua criticized the move. Joel Chua, House prosecutor and representative of Manila, denounced the Senate's action. He said, "We will not be deterred in our pursuit of justice and accountability." The action taken by the majority of the Senate is a denial of due process to the people who are crying out for accountability. At the same time, Representative Percy Zandania also expressed deep disappointment. Percy Zandania of Akbayan voiced strong dismay. Today, the Senate decided to become a Duterte Senate. He called the decision a betrayal of the Constitution. For him, the fight is not over, and Vice President Sara Duterte is not off the hook for accountability. The question from the public is, why did the Senate's process suddenly speed up? After months of delays, technicalities, and countless twists and turns, why did they only now rush to make a decision? This is a decision that will never be forgotten. One night, the Senate decided to postpone addressing the public's grievances, a step away from the principle of checks and balances, and a reminder that in this game, it's often the numbers that win, not the truth. Fellow citizens, let us not allow this issue to be forgotten. I like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, AngKampanero, Voice of Truth, Sound of History, for more in-depth and meaningful discussions. Many thanks to our new subscribers and to those who continue to watch us. Let's keep the bell ringing for truth, justice, and freedom.